My goal in this video is to fundamentally change the way you think about leadership. Whether you're currently in a leadership position or not, it is absolutely paramount that you start looking at yourself like a leader. We all have big dreams and aspirations, but something I have come to learn is achieving those big dreams is impossible without the ability to lead. And if you stick around to the end of this video, you will find out exactly why this concept is so important. If you're new to the channel, my name is John Hamilton. I am a former Green Beret and member of the 160th SOAR. And while I spent 10 years in special operations, I will never claim that I was in a high-level leadership position. During my time in Special Forces, I was an E6 engineer sergeant on the team, but the leadership principles and lessons I was able to pick up set me up to be successful in any future endeavor. Oftentimes when people hear the term Green Beret, they associate it with a symbol of excellence, but don't fully understand what it is Green Berets actually do. Green Berets are force multipliers. They were originally established as a means to go into a country, link up with the resistance force or host nation's military, then train, equip, and lead them on a wide range of operations. And during my time in Afghanistan, this is exactly what we did. Special Forces very rarely go out unilaterally or just with Americans. We always had a very sizable force of the Afghan military, and our job was to train and lead them on particular missions. While we all know how our government decided to end the overall campaign, which I won't get started on, what Special Forces did was highly effective because it leveraged and amplified the skills of a relatively small number of people to impact a much larger force, hence force multiplier. This requires a high level of leadership and interpersonal skills to overcome the cultural and language barriers to reach a desired outcome. And I'm going to be sharing why this is so important for you. If you saw my previous video about how becoming a Green Beret was easier than I originally thought, you will understand the importance of a team. Having a team of like-minded and high-performing individuals around you makes success feel very easy, almost as if you're just going with the flow. But that flow is operating at a much higher level than what is deemed as normal. And each week during the live calls in our private community, I talk about how important it is to establish a circle of like-minded, motivated individuals who continuously challenge you to be better. But how do we actually build this circle around us? Well, the answer is found in leadership. We can never just expect the circle of individuals to appear in our lives. We need to seek it out, cultivate it, and be a leader within it. And the first aspect of this is the tried and true mantra of lead by example, but not in the traditional sense. Typically, when people hear this, they think about the physical context. The first one in the room, the last one off the battlefield, or the one that actually shows up to the gym every day. However, to build a team, this is much more prevalent in the form of communication. We need to be the one to communicate with others in the way we want others to be there for us. We need to be careful with who we allow into our circle, but this isn't enough. We also need to lead those relationships and elevate everyone that is a part of them. Oftentimes what I have found is ambitious individuals want this. They want someone to push them and they want communication and accountability with others, but they will very seldom be the person to set the intentions. When we can establish those open lines of communication, we create an environment with intention, or another way of looking at it, alignment with a vision. This interpersonal leadership is accomplished with 3 pillars, starting with integrity. People are smart, inherently know when someone's words don't align with their actions. If we want to build an unstoppable team, we need to always act and communicate with a high level of personal integrity, or it will absolutely undermine the effectiveness of everyone in it, and people will mirror that lack of conviction right back to you. Next is servitude. The egotistical leader believes others are there to serve them. The effective leader serves others. We can't expect others to support our endeavors without also supporting theirs. Be there for other people and watch how others show up in your life. Lastly is vision. One of my first deployments, I went to Iraq and was tasked with something outside the scope of my job. Myself and 2 other individuals needed to build a hangar, tactical operations center, and much more. Initially, we didn't understand the necessity for it, and while we were working, it wasn't at our full potential. Our warrant officer at the time must have sensed this because he brought us in and described the situation. Essentially, there was a team guarding an oil refinery and getting hit every single night, and they had very limited air support until these planes got in the air. We worked 16, 18, sometimes 20 hours a day to get this done as quickly as possible. We went to abandoned facilities and stripped out the wiring of the walls, unscrewed light bulbs, and repurposed old equipment and got it done. Prior to this experience, I had absolutely zero carpentry or electrical experience. We literally accomplished this by downloading YouTube videos and Google. And this is the power of vision. When we can clearly define our vision or desired end state and a compelling reason for getting there, ourselves and those around us will find a way to make it happen. Clearly articulate your vision of your ideal team and it will come to life. Leadership is the only infinitely scalable skill there is. It enables us to empower other people and inspire them to turn a vision into reality. It's how we pick up the slack in areas and skill sets we lack in and enables us to go further faster. However, the ability to lead others first starts with the ability to lead yourself. We will be covering this in the next video, so make sure you subscribe. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.